Yeah guys, so about a week ago I posted a clip on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, just showing how some of my passion fruit was fruiting. As you noticed, it was the first time I've actually gotten fruit out of it, and I was a little bit excited, and it had a pretty good response rate. So I thought I might go through how passion fruit is growing in my system and other fruit trees and everything that I put inside of it. So if you're interested, keep on watching. So one thing that I've noticed about my passion fruit is that in the aquaponics system, it's one of the very first things that actually shows up a nutrient deficiency. So I find this plant is a very good indicator of when it shows up, because this plant can be going really yellow and everything around it is still quite normal and not getting any issues. So this plant has been in here for probably about 12 months now, and I am just starting to get some fruit out of it, and they are huge little fruits, which I am quite impressed about. Now, this one here is one of the grafted varieties, as you can probably see down there. So you can see the two different rootstocks. You can see the rootstock, which is growing a lot better, and then a black passion fruit one that's been added on the top of it. And some more plants I'm letting go to seed at the moment, but that doesn't really matter. So I thought I might compare this one that's in the tree here, if I can pull all the stuff out of the way, to one of the ones that I've actually got growing in the ground and has been there for about a year longer, or probably about half a year longer, and show you the difference in size and how they're growing. So this is the one that's been in there about a year. And this one here, which does look a little bit scraggly since I added stuff to it, has been in there probably about 6 months longer. And this one's just been in the ground. So it's got its own little bed there that it sits in, and it's just regular compost and that sort of stuff. And you can see it is quite different. This one is growing successfully better. A lot better. Here is another one that I've got in the ground, and it is not as successful. I'm not quite sure why, but it's just never really taken off as well. It gets attacked by bugs a lot more than the other ones, and it just takes a little bit more for it to take off. Now, another thing that could be causing the differences between these ones and the other ones is that they're different sorts of passion fruit. This one here is a black passion fruit, that one there is a Panama red, and the one at the end is a yellow Panama. So I wanted 3 different sorts that were in there, and that could be potentially the difference between how they're growing. Because in aquaponics, they're just not doing as well as the other ones. But, and this is a big but, I think it's a big but, this one is the first one that's had any fruit, and it is significantly smaller. It could be something in the soil. I might add some potash to it very shortly to help their growth and help the fruit start fruiting on it, but it's just never grown as well. But these fruit are massive, and I am quite excited about it coming through. But one of the other things that I've done, I have experimented with a few different sorts of fruit trees in these systems. So when I first started, you can probably see the pictures of them here, I put a blood orange in the system, a dwarf blood orange in a bed just like one of these, and it did pretty much nothing. I had it in there about a year, and it just wanted to keep on going to fruit. The flowers would keep on flushing on it, and I would get lots of fruit that I needed to knock off because it was a very small little plant, and it just did not do very well. And the bed that I had over there, I had some banana in there, and it just did not do as well either. I'm not quite sure why, but it just did not grow. I'm not sure if it was my climate or something along those lines, but for me, it just did not grow. I find that aquaponics is a lot better for quick growing leafy greens, or tomatoes, or something that is quick growing and can use up the nutrients quickly. Fruit trees is not something that I would recommend putting in an aquaponics system, because they're just not as good inside of a system. You get trees, I'll show you some of my fruit trees that I've got. So these are some of my fruit trees that I've actually got on the ground. And excuse the crap on the ground, because I was recently pulling out some of the tomatoes that are there. But this one has been in there probably about 4 years now, and I don't need to do anything at all to it, and they just keep on growing. I've got little mandarins that are growing down there, and more apples, and I've got a plum down here. And I just find that for fruit trees, the best thing to do is to put them straight in the ground, because it will take 5 to 10 years to actually get them growing to full size, and before you'll start getting some fruit out of it. And I've got some apples that are starting to come up here, which are quite nice. And you cannot beat them in the ground, because it's just way easier. They don't need all the nutrients, and they don't need all those sort of things that the aquaponic stuff. They're not tomatoes, and they will just grow a lot better inside of there. If you like my videos, please subscribe and thumbs up down the bottom. It brings the videos a bit higher in the rankings, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So any questions, anything like that, please let me know and ask in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer. So yeah, thanks for watching guys.